Alright, once I make past this sign, I'll walk the rest. Quite steep. So as you can hear, it's a pretty good workout. Oh, watch those knees, son. Don't hyperextend. I'm very lucky to be age 69 and still having all the body parts that work that I need to run, that is. I've always had issues with my knees, and for several years with my feet, but that's all gone. But the knees are ongoing. I do have to nurse them, and I never go out running or bushwalking without them being compressed. I don't know if you can see, but bloody dog shit. Lazy people. Yeah, so I try to keep my knees literally under wraps. The two ongoing issues, there's one issue, but both knees, is usually it's like it's right on the surface of the kneecap, it feels like. It's not even in a moving part like a ligament or a meniscus or cartilage or anything. It's like somebody's tapping me firmly on the kneecap with a small hammer. So it's pain. It doesn't affect the mechanics, but the pain sometimes quite annoying and makes me go slow. Alright, first look at Gan Gan. Look at all these lovely Gaimea lilies here. They're like prehistoric looking. I can see where somebody's throwing rubbish down there, bastards. So over there is Samurai Beach. Behind it is 1 Mile Beach. There's Anna Bay. There's what's past Anna Bay at the top of Barubi. The top end of that beach straight ahead is Barubi. Then it becomes Stockton Beach that runs 30 kilometres down to Stockton, which is just north of Newcastle. Largest moving dunes in the southern hemisphere. That long white building down there, that's the Salamander Bay Shopping Centre. And down here is the sports fields for football teams and whatever. And just a little glimpse of blue through the trees here. That's where I started at the swimming pool. That's the big slippery dip. Don't know if you can see it really. And I live down there, about 10 minutes drive past the shopping centre down there somewhere. Can't see it from here. I can't anyway. And that's the first look at. And the second one. Second one's up here. See the towers, TV towers and phone towers, etc. That's where we get our TV reception from. Unfortunately, it doesn't help the quality of the shows that are on the free-to-air TV. They're all shit. So this is about 160 meters high above sea level too. Same as Tomaree, but this is more of a windy way to get up with lots of hills and dales. Tomaree from the bottom is pretty much straight up all the way. So you have this sign here with places you can go from here, should you choose to leave from here. And here we are, looking westwards at Port Stephens. You can see Salamander Bay, Wonder Beach, Soldiers Point, that long finger sticking out, lovely spot. Further down there'll be Taylor's Beach. You see a few buildings down there, and all the way up to where the Karua River comes in and supplies the water for the fresh water anyway for the top of the bay there. Here you go around looking at what are we calling it? Anyway, forgotten the name. And down here looking along the water, all the way along over the bay to the north side, and out there to there's the two heads. Pointy one is Yakaba on the north side, and the one with a hump, a saddleback, is Tomari on the south side, and that's where I was doing my training before. And it's a big tourist attraction, climbing up there and having a look. It's spectacular. See lots of beaches, and here's just this fantastic national park. So I'm not going to hang around long today. Like I said, I have no water. Nelson Bay's down there. Can't quite see it. It's the hub of the area, and it's just a beautiful place to live. You never get tired of looking at it. Fantastic. So I'll just have a quick look at the Strava and see how I'm doing. What's this? 44 minutes. So that's yeah, it's not much different. A couple of minutes different. 4.1 kilometers. So halfway there. Another four backwards now, and that'll be it. Not everyone you meet up here is jovial, friendly and smiling, but most people are. Just have to be a little bit careful. It's still wet. So what I mentioned before about the push-up challenge, it's for suicide prevention awareness, and like I severe mental health awareness. You can do it just to raise awareness. Wear the t-shirt out, let people see it, maybe ask you what it's about. Or you can choose to try and raise funds, which I did. There was a sort of an arbitrary target on the app of $500, and so I just left it. And I was thinking if I could maybe get $150 or something over the 3 weeks, I'd be quite happy. Well, anyway, the donations started pouring in, and now at day 6 I've got over $650 donation to it, so really happy with that, and very thankful to all the generous people who've donated. I told them I'd be happy with any small amount and I would do all the hard work. Which I am so far. I just have to be careful I don't get behind the average required each day, because hard to catch up. Up around 140 push-ups a day for an old man who hasn't been doing a lot of upper body training. It's not easy, but I've been doing it so far, injury free. I'm very careful to try and keep my muscles loose, my chest loose, my hamstrings loose. Would you believe it's a thing when you're doing push-ups? If you tighten up, you can overstretch things. Because I came in with a slight oh fuck, see, have to watch every step. I came in with a slight sternum injury, which I actually got when I was initially doing some exercises to get rid of the post exercise aches and pains you get after a few days, so that when I started the actual challenge I wouldn't be getting those, and I haven't. However, I did overstretch somewhat, obviously, on some exercises, possibly with a kettlebell, and got a bit of a pull strain in my sternum. It's a real stretchy pain, which I've had before, and it's a very annoying one I had to get rid of. However, I've been nursing it and trying to keep my pecs and chest loose when I'm doing the push-ups, and not making it any worse. Right, you might be able to see this is not easy terrain, but this is good. This is what I love. And look, we're at the bottom already. If I can get down this bit without falling on my ass, we'll call it a win. Yes. All right. And there we are, back on the fire trail. So yeah, just trying to look after the body as well as doing all these things. Same with swimming. It's possible that I stretched that sternum when I've been doing swimming too. So I don't remember actually doing it. I just remember it hurting one day when I woke up. Okay, very loose terrain going downhill. Don't lean too far back and plant the feet firmly. But then again, not too far forwards till you go the other way. Land flat on your face. So the push-up challenge, as I said, it's 3,144 push-ups over 23 days. But they have different targets each day, and the target represents some figure that they've come up with that alludes to something to do with mental health or number of calls that Lifeline gets in an hour or whatever. So they vary. I think the lowest one was 96, but they got up to like 220. Now there's very little chance I'll be doing 220 push-ups in a day, so what I try to do is get 140 in a day and just sort of add them up. I can bank the day's target and then keep the remainder over to put onto the next high target that I'm incapable of achieving in a single day. And that's all quite fair, because the main target is to do them all by the end of the 23 days, and that's what I'll do. And I don't cheat. I don't do well, I shouldn't say cheat, because there is an option to do alternative exercises or modified push-ups, and you could also sign up just to do half the number of push-ups. But I went the full amount to make it a challenge, and I just do your regular full push-ups, nothing fancy and nothing modified, because I will then feel that I've done it properly and done it justice. And so last night I realised although I'd been doing the daily targets, I realised that my average for the 5 days was down by about 25 a day, and those are hard to pick up. So I set a timer while I was watching something on TV last night, and every 7 minutes I did 10 push-ups for 10 sets. So I got 100 push-ups in last night. That put me ahead for today. And the target today is 130. So I'll get those 30 up. Tomorrow I think is a big day. I think it's 200. So I will then, once I've got my other 30 for today, I shall start trying to get some in hand for the following day, or days when there's hard targets. So I don't know if any of that makes any sense, but it doesn't matter. Talking helps pass the time. I should be concentrating. I'm not very good at talking and walking or running at the same time. So I'll have a break. So. Oh, something sharp in my shoe. So obviously I'm heading west, going by the shadow, and that sounds about right. Here are all these loose stones. Some of these hills, when you're going down, if you dislodge a roundish stone at the top, it'll follow you all the way down the hill. It's not steep, so this is a steep one. Anyone who hasn't tried this really should. You don't have to run, and you don't have to do a trail as hilly as this, but just to get out, even on the fire trails in the morning when it's quiet, it's just a real good feeling. I'm not like a running addict who has perhaps in many cases swapped one addiction for another one, like a more negative one for a more positive one. I just love running on trails. So I don't run for my mental health as such. Although it makes me feel better, but I don't feel bad. I'm not coming from a bad place to start with. So, just a feeling of freedom and just enjoyment. Because I can. So happy at my age to be able to do this. There was a time when I thought I wouldn't be running again. I was overweight, unfit, not grossly overweight, but I was fairly sedentary, and I thought my running days were behind me. But then I start going on walks with Kathy and down at Leona and all that along the river. And then when we came up here, go walking along the waterfront. There's some lovely walks. And then Ken, the next door neighbour, asked me if I wanted to go walking with him, do something a bit more challenging too. So I started that, and we kind of started off walking down to, there's a caravan park about 3 kilometres from where we live, and down at the water, and it's reasonably few up and down hills on the way there, but it's on bitumen, so we started doing that, and that was kind of hard at first. And then sometimes I'd go, I decided to see if I could maybe run a bit, so I started to jog down there, come back, and I'd run and walk. But I was getting fitter, and then I decided, probably foolishly, to swing or a noose, one or the other, to enter a trail race up here at Tomaree as part of the running festival they have every year in September. And I ran 14 kilometres trail run, in a very hilly and challenging course, and finished it, so in a respectable time. So after that, Ken and I would go bushwalking, and graduated from like the caravan park to going out in the trails and whatever, and going up hilly tracks like this. And of course then on other days when Ken wasn't there, I'd start to run them as well, and that's how I got back into all this. And then a couple of months ago I entered the King of the Mountain, so that's encouraged me to get out more often and get these hills done. Now my pace has slowed somewhat because both of my knees are jarring at the moment. The usual one I was talking about, where it feels like somebody's tapping my kneecaps with a hammer. I think it was from that big downhill back there. Anyway, nothing I can do about that, just slows me down a little bit. Yeah, so it's just gone from there to here, and this will put me in like good stead for actual trail runs, because the King of the Mountain's only 5 kilometers, a bit over, and some of it's in a straight, but it's more of a climb than a run. But when I've promised Kathy that after this I'll just stick to trail running and no extraordinary events, just trail runs. But so this, as I said, is good training for getting back into that. I'm even running up a slight hill. So even although I haven't really noticed the absence of the backpack, except it feels funny about the extra weight and all that, I think probably on this return part, last couple of Ks, it probably makes a difference. So from when I started doing this, I was 80 kilograms. Now let's say I'm 76, and I always make sure I try to carry 3 kilograms in my pack. So that's 7 kilograms less than I would have been carrying a few months ago when I started. Here's my turn off. Got my marker tree, the big bend uphill, and then the red tree, the big bend in the middle. And up here. I know, even though it's winter, it's been mild, and the snake man's been kept busy doing relocations. So they are out and about. I know they don't worry me. I do try to be observant and alert. Keep an eye on the path inside, just so I don't disturb one suddenly. especially today with no first aid kit. Because Aussies will know, but anyone who's watching from another country will know that we have snakes that can kill you here. And they're just your regular snakes around. Black snakes, brown snakes, eastern browns, king browns, tiger snakes. They can kill you. Some of them quicker than others. Some of them more aggressive than others when they're put in a difficult situation. So it's always something that you have to just be aware of when you're running in the bush in Australia. Be alert, but not alarmed. As I said earlier, a big dog or a big kangaroo would be scarier. Don't get carried away, so you have to let the legs go on a hill like this. Oh, use that as a brake. Alright, it's a galley. There's that beautiful bay over there, looking out to Soldier's Point. Such a beautiful place to live. Okay, here we are. Ow, ow. Oh. Twitching the right knee in the front. Oh. Okay, that's this one. That's the worst knee twinge I've had for a long time, and it's not the normal injury. Feels minuscule. Anyway, we'll be right. Get home, have a shower, some Voltaren, get them strapped up for the day.